Hi guys, Penny Rose Journals. How are you all this morning? I'm well. Just thought I'd pop along. I've just been making a few more pockets out of those book pages and whatnot, so I thought I would pop along and show you, because we all have tons of these to get rid of. Now, the ones I made were made with a bit bigger book pages. Some of them were made with this size as well, so your pocket will just end up whatever size it ends up, depending on what book pages you use. So this is a small one. You can see I decorated these few up just because they were sitting on my desk and I had some scraps lying around, so this is just all total scrap from my desk. Yeah, this is a small one. You would have a card, you pop in there, pocket, 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 and a pocket in the back if you decide to glue it on 3 sides. So that one's nice and simple. I did make another one of those in a bigger book page. That's the bigger book page size, exactly the same process. So we'll start with this one. So I actually have one folded here, not that, I just didn't sew. So I thought I'd show you that one. Very simple, 2 book pages. Ta-da. There you go. Doesn't get much more simple than that, does it? So you take a book page and you decide how deep you want your first, or how deep you would want a pocket. I think about this length from the other one is good. That's your middle pockets. Take another book page, pop it on, give yourself the same sort of distance between here and here, as you have here and here, and then just fold up the bottom one. Ta-da! Pocket created. Easy as that. Like you can see with these ones, I have sewn along this and this and this and this because they are all open, because as you know, I don't glue my book pages together thoroughly. They're just my glue book pages. So first I sewed along this one. I pulled it apart, sewed along this one, sewed along this one, and sewed along this one. Then I popped it all together and sewed around here. So you don't need to sew that one first, you just sew that when you're sewing the sides together. If you wanted to glue it, yeah, you would have to glue each one of these very thoroughly, or fold it over, or put a piece of washi over it, something to hold it together. And then you would need to glue here, 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 and here, and here. And you would have your little pocket. So yeah, that one is so simple. So is the next one. Exactly the same, basically. Exactly the same process. And like I say, these are bigger book pages, smaller book pages. To give you some sort of idea, this is the size of these book pages, and this is the size of these ones. So unsurprisingly, they turn out different sizes. So yeah, I will sew mine because for me, well, it doesn't create any more book pages, whereas if I glue things, I might end up with more book pages, and it's the last thing I need in my life. I still have a stack that's going through the roof. So yeah, I just decorated these 2 up with scraps that were laying on my desk. So they're nothing special at the moment. They'll get probably more decorated as they go into things. So that's pocket number 1 that I made. Pocket number 2, exactly the same thing, just sideways. So actually even more simple, because you don't have to do quite as much sewing. So here's one that I folded up the other day and haven't sewn yet. Again, exactly the same thing. Middle pocket, outside pocket. So you will take your book page, fold it up to where you think the depth of your pocket would be. So between there and there, that's what you want to emulate when you take this piece pop it up here. Okay, so the distance between here and here are the same, virtually the same as the distance between here and here. And you fold up the bottom, and that makes that the same length. As you can see with this one, this middle one is actually folded here, so you don't have to sew this one now. You just have to sew this edge, pop it together, and then sew all the way around. Simple as that. So equally, 2 book pages sorted out, quick and easy. And of course, if you wanted to glue, you would glue this here securely together and this here securely together, and then you would glue here, here, and here. So I am in no way saying I am the first one to ever do this, by the way. I was fiddling around with book pages and it happened. So yeah, I'm sure it's happened before to other very smart people before me. Yeah, it's, you know, if I can just pull that out of the thin air, then I'm sure anybody else, or everybody else has done it before. So, but yeah, they're just super simple. Use up a couple of book pages. Love it. So, okay, the last one that I wanted to show you today was these, which are quite cute, and I actually do know where these came from. Well, I know where I saw them. She may have seen them somewhere else, but I saw these. I saw Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah do something like this, so that's where I got the idea. It's just a little card. I had some cards laying around that I wasn't using, so yeah, I just made a little closure for it, and yeah, it can just be popped into a journal, glued on 3 sides and made into a pocket, or you could cover the back with some scrapbook paper and just use it as a little floating piece for journaling on the inside and outside. So, and of course they can be more decorated than this. I made some with the closure on the sides like this. I also made some with closures on the top and bottom, just in case you want to use them in a different way in your journal. Yeah, so simple as. To be honest, I don't have, I didn't get my brads and stuff, but I will show you how I did it. So I had a card like so. I had a piece of, I got a bunch of this card in like grab bags from a second-hand store, and yeah, for no reason, it was just a pile of it there. So I thought that would make great little tabs. So I think they need to be about this big. I could cut these, probably should cut these. I'm not cutting these. I will just tear them. Anyway, I rounded the corners. You can leave the corners square if you wish. I just fancied rounding the corners. So there we go. We have rounded corners. Right, there's my little pad in there. No, of course it's not. Anyway, all I did was make a small fold here, and a small fold here, take my glue, and I mean, you've all seen people do this before. I'm sure you've all done it. Made those little opening and closing, I don't know what they call them, little circles with brads and string and stuff. I don't know. I just glued it on the back of the card. I'll open the card just so that I don't stick it closed, because yep, been there, done that. And again, this one, just a little bit of glue there. Try and get it sort of in a similar position and squish it down. And then, yeah, I don't have all my poker tools and everything with me, of course, because I forgot to get all that before I started. But it's very simple. Like I say, I'm sure you've seen it before. I'll stick a hole here. I would open it up and do it, because else I'll stick a hole through my card, which would be dumb. Stick a hole here and stick a hole here. Put one of these little circles that are just punched out of card or paper. These are actually several circles of paper that are stuck together with some glue. Yeah, punch a little hole in the middle of those, pop a brad through and through these pieces, and then tie a piece of string around one end. So yeah, simple as that. Like I say, I like to stick another little circle of paper on the back, just to cover the back of the brad, so it doesn't scratch up your card or get in the way when you're doing other things with it. Just looks a bit nicer too. And then just tie a piece of string on and wrap it around. So there you have it. 3 really simple pocket card tuck space journaling spot sort of, well, this is not a journaling spot. I suppose you could make it one if you wanted to have a floating pocket, but yeah, this is definitely a journaling spot. And you could put little pockets in here or on the front of the card, or like I say, put some journaling space on the back if you don't want to stick it down as a pocket. Yeah, just so many uses. So I thought I'd like to show you those, and that was all today. Yeah, I hope that was handy, and I hope I'll see you again next time. Thanks for coming along. Bye.